JBL speakers. JBL speakers. It's always been in the brand of the name of the JBL brand. And I already own JBL party box at 120 speakers. But it makes me wonder if I can overcome the JBL brand country. To the point being where I would actually like to go ahead and conquest building my very own JBL speaker. This took me forever. All this footage was recorded back in October time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start today's video off. Okay, and here we are, just like that. As you can see, we're back on this project yet again. Now, I did just have to sort out the memory card for the phone, and I've plugged in my microphones, because why not? But basically, this is what we got after last time round. We can see we have a nice back wall, side walls, and we have the base. And the base port actually looks really quite nice. And the base port actually looks really quite nice in all hand effects. That it goes from one big end into a small end, and it doesn't actually quite look like it's made out of plastic because of the amount of tape that I've put over it is insane. And then on inside, it actually definitely does look like it's not made out of plastic. So my thinking is today is we're going to try and focus on this piece right here. Yeah, this piece right here is where the LED light strips. Yeah, these things from remember last time around where I found out that this cable is far too long on it. Well, yeah, I need to basically modify this today. But essentially what I'm going to try my best to do today, Lionel, is to mimic this back sheet of cardboard just right here. Now there's a massive hole here, but not too massive. And then we got small holes here, and then we got the LED overfill spot here. Now I'm going to end up changing this back piece to plastic, but I'm obviously going to end up keeping this bit of cardboard because, well, yeah, on day 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that, I went ahead and made this work, and with these lights, from being all nice and curved shape that they are, to being a really nice, quite straight line there, and then you got the circle in the middle. So without further ado, let's go ahead now and get out another one of these bits of plastic sheets, and then basically end up cutting a hole in it there, and then yeah, it should be fine after that. And also, yeah, okay. Now, as you can see, we've got a really nice quite shape now for the central bit where the gap between here. So let's go ahead now. I was actually gonna hot glue them together, to be honest. However, well, obviously this piece is going to be ever so slightly different compared to the rest of the pieces that I've done on here, because it's going to need a lot of holes in it. It's going to need one main big circle hole and then 2 small little ones, and then one like going like that. So yeah, what fun that's going to be. Cut those out and then hot glue, but the hot glue gun says that it is done now, so yeah. It wasn't a perfect circle, so I ended up using this tape measure to mark out where it would be as a perfect circle. I mean, it looks better. Okay, I don't have the microphones for this, but it should be fine. So basically, this is the box so far. We've got the back wall, we've got the side walls, and then we've got the base. Now, I've just made this and all, which is the front wall and all, and that up, and right now, all I need to do is end up hot gluing that onto there. My safety comes from underneath. Your music is my melody. Don't wake me up, don't wind us up. Don't wake me up, and I can't get enough. Don't wake me up, don't wind us up. Don't wake me up, and I can't get enough. Don't wake me up. For goodness sake. I've run out of hot glue. I've only got like the actual hot glue colours, and then this is a bit of hot glue that I've ended up cutting in half because I knew that I was gonna only use half, but I mean, glue should be fine now. I mean, it's just to seal up this bit, but it should be fine. Oh, this feels really bad. I feel really wrong to be able to put blue hot glue in a hot glue gun that's had clear hot glue the whole entire time. Well, it's still clear, but I'm guessing it just needed something to help push it along. But anyway, I know I need to fix that hole. So obviously I've just got a new power bank without only realizing this doesn't actually this stupid power bank will not charge my phone. I don't know why, but it doesn't charge my phone. That is why there's a watt meter on it, because it doesn't charge my phone. And this college power bank still charges my phone, but the USB cable does work on it. It has a USB socket on it, and what do you know? Because I ended up putting the lights back into this project, and this is going to be inside this project's video. You plug it in, there you go. It will start to work. And as you can see, I've glued it all nicely in now, and you can see that there is a bunch of glue on the bottom there. And as you can see, there is some pieces as well sitting down there that are sticking out, because for some other reason this layer was really had a massive really big gap upon it. And obviously I've cut out the holes where the speakers meet, just like with this one, how there is like 4 holes where the speakers meet, and then that actually comes surprise. It's like and then it actually does come to surprise or shock if I end up putting this through here. It's the only one good thing about this power bank, that it's small and it charges through USB Type-C. So when you place this thing on top of it, obviously the lights tend on sticking outwards on the back, but you can see, because the hole continues out through here, you can actually, generally speaking, see that this actually sticks out quite a lot on here. And obviously it's not on disco mode at the moment, and I can turn it on to disco mode, which you press this button and there you go, it will react to music. It does all the nice good features in it, but I've just got it currently on M, where it fades the colours. So yeah. Okay, back on this project, Boxing Day. Gonna get this piece and glue it onto here, and then because this is going to be like this, and this is going to be like this is going to constantly wanting to be collapsed, whilst compared to when it's like this, it's not. So I'll have to do triangle it up to there, so then it braces off there, because my thinking is I'm going to build that out to that point there, so then I can have the wall like that, and you can see it's integrated into the case, and then I might just leave the top half open or something like that, or I could put like some type of light or something like that on top to glare down on all of the ports, and I think that would look quite nice. And today as well, I want to try and make sure that this port panel is done. So you have the USB Type A port, and off and on switch, and USB Type C, and maybe even an AXL input if I get round to it. So yeah, because I can just do USB Type C to AXL input adapter type thing. So yeah. Okay, this is very strong now. Like, when you try and bang the two sides together, I can't do it with 2 hands right now, but it is really hard to bend it now. It's actually really quite nice, and it's because of the fact this is what I've done. So I started with this piece and then glued it down like what I said, with like a TP. Oh, the phone fits through the gap. The phone fits in between here, that's nice. And then I've also done a little bit of a triangle on the edge just right here, because, well, yeah, this piece needed the support. And then I was going to end up just leaving this blank, because you can see this has gone full extent, whilst this has got a little bit cut out of it, because bear in mind there's going to be LED lights coming around and coming down here, then exiting out this little tiny corner here, and coming themselves down here, along here, and then into somewhere, and then their power, and then the little tiny board thing that is the on and off switch, the volume knob, etc. That will rest in here, so that means the cable has to come here, then it can rest here or something like that. Or if it fits this way instead of this way, then it should be fine. Then we can put a switch, an off and on power switch there, and a USB type C socket maybe here or here, and then we can put a USB socket there. Okay, so I've just got a bit of cardboard out. I've had to open the window because this is a very old bit of cardboard. And so basically what I need to do is before I obviously make the plastic version, because this whole entire project is made out of plastic, I don't want to end up ruining the top piece of the plastic. So I'm going to end up making it out of cardboard first, because I still don't actually know where this thing is. I still don't actually know where this thing is going to go inside the top of the case. And then once I figured out where this is going to go on the top of the case, then I need to figure out where on earth I need to put the handle for the case, so then I can easily pick this case up and down. And I can't just make a flat lid as well, because this thing's got to go within the lid. Yeah, this goes within the lid, and then the lid has got to make sure it's removable. Okay, so I've come up with the idea. This is the idea, obviously, box. So this middle bit will have to be cut out, and then there will be pieces to be connected. But with the plastic, I can literally just do a corner piece and then do another corner piece. There's no point in having a big piece here and a little pieces along here, because this whole entire section will get cut out. So I end up cutting out a right angle out of the plastic sheet, and then cut out another right angle rectangle to go on this side, and then I end up cutting out this rectangle box, and then I need to make a little tiny funnel type shape in the middle just here for the actual handle to pick up and down the thing. And then obviously I was thinking, oh yeah, why not put the speaker within the handle? That would make sense. Now what I'm mainly gonna do is actually tuck the speaker right within the handle, so and then you got the handle just right here, and then the speaker sits literally right underneath it. And then when you need to get the speaker, it will have that little tiny bit of freedom type thing that you can end up lifting it gradually up, and then you can easily get it out like that.
A few moments later.
Well, I just ran out of that tape. Oh god. It's a cube! Yes, it's finally a cube. As you can see, the fourth and final top side has been done. And as you can see, I've left this hole right here for A, the handle, and B, for this JBL speaker to end up sitting right around here, to end up sinking in and then getting plugged in through the USB Type-C connection port just right here for the mains power, and probably another USB Type-C port as well on this thing for the 4.2 watt woofer and wattage and everything for this speaker. So then we can make sure that when this speaker gets turned on, it will obviously make the noise through these three speakers as well. And what I've also done as well now is obviously, this bit was a little bit weak as well, so I've ended up putting a big long bit of plastic running alongside it just right there. As you can see, it is now bracing off that side, and this side just down there. Now obviously this side down here, that is completely fine because that is going up and down, but this side is not going up and down because it's still got the big hole right here and here. So, or where it was weak in this spot. So then I added support brace to go from here to here, but now look where it's gone weak now. Yeah, it's gone weak right in this spot right here, and then that is basically telling me to end up putting a bit of plastic or something like that behind this bit right here to stop it from bowing backwards and forwards. So then that means that this crossbeam bit here, this obviously has an up and down motion, but and then this stops randomly here and here, and it doesn't get an up and down motion until all the way over here compared to here, where it gets it very quite soon. And then obviously this looks like it needs a crossbeam, but it doesn't. And then this bit right along the top right here did need a crossbeam, but luckily enough, because obviously I've just done the top shell, all of it had to be glued along all 4 sides, so this bit is already gone nice and good and strong. Nice and good, nice and strong on this area right here. So I don't know what I'm going to do about moving, because of the fact it was wobbly here, but now it's wobbly as hell there. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I mainly don't know what to do about this bit, because I made a cardboard version of it. So you can see it was made out of 2 separate pieces type thing, but now I ended up making 4 separate pieces, 1 here, 1 here. In the diagram I've ended up making right angle piece here, right angle piece here, and then obviously bear in mind that the fact this would go up, this is going up, then this is going to the side, and then this is going to the side, so it wasn't all even. But now this one is going up, this one is going up, and then this one's going to the side, and this one's going to the side. I did want this one to also go up, and then it would lose its strength. These 2 middle pieces would lose its strength, as it would not have these little bits sticking out, because I kind of made a mistake type thing. But there's bits of plastic just sitting underneath. As you can see, there's that one's bit of plastic is sitting there, and that bit of plastic there is sitting there, so it's all nice and good and strong now. And also, yeah. But anyway, now the next task for me to end up going ahead and doing is to end up getting some of these joints soldered and stuff like that. Bosh, we're gonna put it, yes. Guys, hear me out. It works.